This unit is all about measurement. As someone who likes statistics, I find this extremely fascinating. You may, however, disagree, and that's understandable. Really what we want to get at in this section is measuring what really matters. Now, for a nonprofit organization, what matters to us is very different than what you would find in a for-profit corporation. We're not necessarily interested in increasing shareholder value, seeing our stock price go up, worrying solely about our financial health. That may be the case in a for-profit organization, but in a non-profit organization, and especially a faith-based one such as the Salvation Army, we're interested in much, much more than just financial ratios. When we think about the role our board plays in measurement, a couple key phrases come to mind. One is accountability. Our board is accountable to what is important and what we measure. Transparency is the other one. That people understand what it is that we're representing with our measurements, that they know how we got there, that there are no hidden aspects to it. From a board perspective, accountability and transparency are the two key pieces they play in measurement. For you as a core officer, things that are going to be important are things such as financial ratios. Does a new program make sense? Is it sustainable? Can we start and continue based on the amount of inputs we have? And we can look at our current fundraising and decide if a program is indeed sustainable or if the cost is such that it would be a short-lived program and the impact would better be utilized somewhere else. We also want to consider peer comparisons. What are other nonprofits such as the Salvation Army or ones that are performing social services like you are? How do they perform? What are their costs? Should we even be in this particular area? Might we not utilize our assets and resources better in another area? Or are we missing an opportunity where our peers are underperforming, but because of the unique skills and strengths that the Salvation Army has, we could do better? The chapter introduces the concept of a balanced scorecard, this idea that we measure more than just financial. We look at it from our client perspective, from our church perspective, from our board perspective, from our organizational perspective, and that we seek to achieve a balance all throughout there. So the important question that we seek to answer in this week's unit is, what do we measure? The Howard-Dayton School of Business, we believe, the important consideration for any organization that is a faith-based organization is we measure our economic viability. We measure our spiritual impact. We measure the social capital that we have, how we're able to impact people's lives, how we're able to impact the kingdom for God, and how we can be financially viable so we can continue down this path. So what do you measure that's important?